Music is in the air this weekend, but it's not mariachi we'll be hearing. It's going to be the roar of the engines and the cheers of the crowd. Formula One is back in the very heart of Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. This is an exhilarating circuit on the Formula One calendar. We'll be sure to see plenty of battles and overtaking this weekend, especially with the help of not one, not two, but 3 DRS zones. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Stay right here, because we're just getting started. Welcome back as we continue our race weekend with practice soon to finish and then qualifying hot on its heels. Each team will be looking to build on the progress they made during yesterday's practice sessions. When it comes to preparation, absolutely nothing should be left to chance. Everything has to be just right. Of course, by the time the cars hit the track, well, there are some things in Formula One that no one can prepare for. What does today have in store? Only time will tell. The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. This weekend, Red Bull displayed promise during qualifying. Now they need to capitalize on their grid position and get a good race under their belts. And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
Well, there's some serious decision making ahead for teams and the drivers as we begin the Mexican Grand Prix. It's bright and sunny as the drivers line up on the grid. Aston Martin there. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. There's the second Aston Martin. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. And we're just moments away now. What will happen next? We're about to find out at the Mexican Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go!
That's P11.
Red Bull gained a place. Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Let's see what happened there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. Gaining a position there. Oh, they make it look so easy. I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team. Did somebody spin out there? We can take a look now. Now just focus on the Haas. And yes, that's where they spin out. Seems to have been a lockup. Let's take a closer look. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that. The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin. And they clear it. Big move for them and a race position gained. The team watching on and clearly loving that. That's a spin! It's a collision! Here's the replay. We're just watching the Red Bull. And there's the collision. It's caused absolute carnage. Let's have a look. So this was the Aston Martin. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash. And that was a bitter blow for the team. No! And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
We do have a problem. We need to retire the car.
I think there's been contact on the track. We can take a look now. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. You can clearly see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage. Is that a lockup? Let's see what happened there. We're just watching the Red Bull. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
We're going to box.
Sounds like a spin. Let's take a closer look. We're just watching the Red Bull. What a spin! Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo. Here's the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. A bold move indeed. And with that, they've gained a position. The team are really disappointed with that. Sounds like someone's locked up. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And there's the lockup. It almost got away from them entirely. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Oh, we've had a spin. Let's have a look. Now just take a look at the McLaren. They lose it there. That's the spin. A crash. We can take a look now. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. A definite collision there. That's very unfortunate. The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there. Let's see what happened there. So this was the Aston Martin. That looked like a very nasty spin. There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Okay, here's the Ferrari. And there we see the crash. I think there's been a lock-up. Here's the replay. Now we see the Williams here. And this, yes, there, that's the lock-up. And the team had such high hopes today.
Red flag.
Let's take a closer look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash. No! The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly. The restart is moments away as the race continues. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So you good to push? Yeah, take it easy. So let's check the flags.
It was a pretty good performance today from Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin had a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
There will definitely be some lessons to learn for them, but this was solid work.
The end this weekend in 5th place in the constructor standings.
Coming up in the next round is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as we head to Brazil. Join us next time at Interlagos.